3.
Good evening.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'd like to
Buenas
welcome you
noches.
all to the
Le damos
proceedings
las
of the Grand
gracias a
Rapids Board of
todos.
Education. It is Monday, October
Hoy es
6th.
lunes,
Will you
6 de
please
octubre.
rise and join
Por
us in
favor,
the Pledge of
levántense.
Allegiance?
El juramento a la bandera. La República por indivisible, la libertad y justicia para todos.
Mr. Ross, can you please call the roll?
Vamos a llamar a las filas.
Pastor Moody.
Present.
President Matias.
Present.
Mr.
Presente.
Grant. Yes. Dr.
Presente.
Baker. Ms. Slade.
Present.
Presente.
Yes. Dr. Randall.
Present.
Presente.
O'Connor.
Present.
Presente.
Present.
Presente.
Dr. Baker is
Dr.
excused.
Baker está excusado.
First on, and our superintendent is not here this evening. And in her stead is Ms. Carolyn Evans. Thank you very much. First on our, I need a motion for approval for the
Necesito
agenda.
una moción para
Support.
aprobación del evento.
All
Apoyo.
in favor, please say aye.
Todos en favor digan
Opposed,
aye.
same sign.
Todos
Thank
no.
you very
Aye.
much. Ms. Evans, first on our agenda are the celebrations.
Esta es nuestra
Yes,
primera vez con la
I'd like
celebración.
to bring forth
Me
Irma
gustaría aquí
Lopez
traer acá
and
a
our
López
friends from Fifth Third
y
Bank.
Holly Brain
And they're
del Banco
here
Fifth Third
celebrations regarding
en
our
nuestra
Young Bankers
celebración.
Club.
President Fobbs, Ms. Evans, board members.
Miembros de la dirección
We're here with the Young Bankers Club
del
from
consejo.
Fifth Third.
Estamos aquí
They're working with us in
representando
the
el
Loop
Banco Fifth
program.
Third.
It's a program that last
Es
year
un
we did
programa
two
que el año
sites.
pasado
We did
recaudó dinero.
campus in Brookside,
Estamos en
and
el
this
campus de
year we've doubled
Brookside.
that up, and now
Este
they're
año
campus, Brookside,
estamos en
Mulek,
otro
and
campus de
Stocking.
Brookside.
And with me tonight is Mr. Patrick and Mr. Cuevas.
All right. Thanks, Irma. Thank you, Board, for having
Damos
us
las
here.
gracias por tenernos esta
Yeah, a
año.
year ago we came and we talked about that we were
Nuevamente
launching Young
hablamos
Bankers Club, and
sobre-
I brought a book for all
Yo
those who would
traje
be
un
interested in
libro
seeing what the curriculum looks like.
de la propuesta.
But Young Bankers Club is a
El Banco de Jóvenes
10-week
es una
hands-on
entidad
youth financial education targeted at fifth graders.
que ha empezado
We had a great
ahora con
time
los
with that last
alumnos de
year.
quinto
I
grado.
actually invited
Tuvimos un
Omar, who was
momento
one of
muy
our
bueno con ellos el año
mentors,
pasado.
to tell you a little bit about his experience with the program.
Él le va a
Before we get to
contar
that, we
su
also do
experiencia con el
a program
programa.
called Teach a Child to Save, and we've done that since 2002, et
Lo hemos
cetera.
hecho esto desde
This
2002.
last year in 2014
pasado,
happens every April, which happens to be National Savings Month.
En el abril,
This past year, 2014, we
En el
reached
año
575 GRPS students
5.075.000 estudiantes,
with about 55 hours of our staff time
con
teaching the
55
programs.
horas
We
de
were in
trabajo.
26, made 26 presentations at
Hicimos
7
26
schools.
presentaciones.
We were at Aberdeen, CA
Estamos en
Frost,
Aberdeen,
Grand
DA
Rapids UPrep, Harrison Park, Martin Luther King
la
Academy,
Martin Luther King,
Riverside, and Sherwood
en
Park.
Riverside,
And this is 6th through 8th graders.
y de
And
sexto a
actually, those
octavo
numbers
grado.
were down from the previous
Los
year.
números
So we
bajaron
had
un poco.
575 kids this year, about 1,000 the year before that.
Había
Due
como
largely
1000 el año
to
pasado.
challenges with snow days and making up snow days and those kinds of things. But we really
Tuvimos que
appreciate the
recuperar los días
opportunity to
de
be in the
nieves.
schools and provide some really basic youth financial
Nosotros
education.
le ponemos con los
maybe,
asuntos básicos.
with that, I'll hand it over to Omar.
Ahora se
Absolutely.
lo voy
It's
a entregar a
great
Omar.
experience to be able to be part of
Una gran
all the
experiencia
different
poder
programs
ser
that
parte
Fifth
de
Third
este
has
programa.
with GRPS, either
Con
with
la Escuela
Junior
Pública de
Achievement
Bellas Artes.
Volunteers or Teach a Child to Save Month, and now with
Nosotros
the
con los
Youth
fondos de la
Bankers
ciudad.
Club. And the Young Bankers Club, it's such a
Y el
rewarding
Club de
experience
Banqueros
to
Jóvenes.
have professional individuals,
Tenemos individuos
diverse professional
profesionales
individuals in our Grand Rapids Public Schools, going out and spending 10
que van
weeks with students.
con gastos.
We make it a point to make sure that we're
Hacemos
dressed
un
professional when we're
punto
going
que
out there,
estamos
so they
muchos
see role
profesionales
models when they
que
go in
pueden
their
servir de
schools.
modelos.
Yes, we talk about
Hemos hablado de
banking, we talk about savings, we talk about, and
de
we incorporate a
ahorros,
math element in every
cómo
single week of
incorporar todo
our
esto.
curriculum. But more than that, we get an opportunity to talk to them
Pero
about their
más de la
goals, about
oportunidad,
educational
las
goals,
metas,
professional goals, and we
metas
make a connection
profesionales.
with these individuals. that
los
are
individuos que
that
están
are
acá.
really important to us, I think,
Muy importante
individually
para
as well.
nosotros, individualmente
As we also
también.
have GRPS students, well, in this
Y
case
nosotros
myself,
abocamos por la Escuela
but
Pública de Grand
it's
Rapids.
important and rewarding as
Es
an
muy
employee
importante
at
recompensarlo
Fifth
a
Third
ellos también.
Bank as well to see what we're doing in our community as well.
Dentro de nuestra
So it's
comunidad,
exciting that we're
apoyándolo
going
a
to my
ellos.
second year now,
Este es mi
now I'm
segundo
shifting
año con
schools,
esto.
and it's a great opportunity to also
Es una gran
see those
oportunidad
young
también
individuals now in the different
para trabajar
northwest
con estos
quadrant now
individuos
this year.
jóvenes.
There's, thanks, Omar. There's
Gracias.
one Fifth Third mentor for every 4
Hay un
students.
mentor de cada
So there's a
entidad
lot of people
bancaria.
involved with this,
Así
and
que
it's
hay muchas personas
2 hours
involucradas
a
en
week,
esto.
10-week commitment. So
Dentro de
so
todas las
we're
familias
very
que
serious
viven en la
about it.
comunidad.
We also have an end of year
También
celebration, which was
tenemos una
fantastic. So
celebración de fin de
this year
año.
it'll be December 10th. And what we
Este
do is we
año,
bring the kids down to the main office at the
Lo que
bank.
hacemos es que vamos a la
And
oficina
I think we
principal.
do some more. We did a little career fair kind of a thing,
Hacemos
and
como
we
una feria
introduced some of the
de
different jobs that
trabajos
you can get in the bank, which we're
para
full
los
service kind of
sucursales nuevas,
from marketing to everything. But
el mercadeo.
I had a little job fair, and then they got to take a tour of the
La
cash
feria
vault,
anual de trabajo.
which
It was fun for me even,
Fue
but
muy buena para mí.
I think the kids were just so excited to see
Estaba muy
all the
excitado
cash
viendo.
highlows of money. But so it was a really unique experience, and we finished
Así
it off
que
then with
realmente
the
necesitamos
Teresa Weatherall Neal was our keynote speaker and said some comments to
una
all the kids.
señora que
Our
habló.
president was there along with myself.
Nuestro
We had a
presidente estuvo
certificate
allá
of completion.
también.
They had a really nice then cake and ice cream
Y fue
celebration.
una
So,
experiencia muy buena.
really finished the whole event off in a great way, and we're going to do the similar thing. And at
Podemos
this point,
hacer
Mayor
algo
Hartwell's going
similar.
to be our keynote speaker on December 10th.
And I want to just
solo
read
quiero
the
leer
Young Bankers Club pledge. This is a pledge that they read
uno de
every
los
single
panfletos
time
de los
that we meet
banqueros jóvenes que
as part of
tenemos
our commitment and their
como
commitment
parte de nuestro
to taking
compromiso.
away the most they can out of this program. And it reads,
Y
I
lee
pledge to
así.
fully participate in all weekly
Yo voy a
activities.
participar en todas
I
las
pledge to complete
actividades.
all weekly assignments to the best
Yo
of my
juro que
ability.
voy a poder hacer todas
I
mis
pledge to learn
asignaturas a
how
lo
to
mejor de mi
properly take care
capacidad.
of my money. I
mi
pledge to think
dinero,
about my future and
mi
goals
futuro,
necessary to help me achieve my
Y todo lo
dreams.
necesario para yo
And
poder
I pledge
lograr
to
mis
have fun.
metas. Muy bien, muy bien.
Thank you. So, Maureen, you want to
Muy
give us a
bien.
little update on, or Ms.
Ahora
Lake?
vamos a
you wanna give us
ponernos
an
al día.
update on our student rep?
We have a huge process going.
Tenemos un nuevo proceso.
And I'm going to ask Mr. Gorman to kind of, if you can just kind of tell us
Si usted nos
what you're
puede
doing,
decir más o menos lo que
because
están
he's got a
haciendo,
really nice process going. Make sure we get
esto nos ayudaría
very,
bastante.
very good candidates.
That's okay.
Eso está bien.
Good evening,
Buenas
Evening.
noches,
President Fogg, members of the board, Mrs.
miembros
Evans.
del consejo
We have a process for
personal.
selecting the
Nosotros
student
tenemos un
representative to the
proceso
Board
para
of
seleccionar
Education. The
para la
principals have
educación.
identified
Los
about
directores
13
han
individuals
identificado
who are
como 13
leaders within their
individuos que son
buildings.
líderes.
So this week, we are
Así que
doing
en
formal
esta semana,
interviews. The students are
los
going to be
estudiantes
rated on their knowledge of the
van a
Board of
ser
Education.
calificados en su
What do you
conocimiento,
believe your role is as a
cuál es
student
su
rep?
rol,
The level of understanding
su nivel de
or purpose
entendimiento
of a student rep,
con el propósito para los
professionalism, etc.
representantes
So we
estudiantiles.
are we're trying to narrow it down to a
Así que
couple. We have
hemos
some
tratado de
phenomenal
estrechar
candidates from all of the high schools.
de todas
And at
las
the next board meeting, you
secundarias.
should have 2 shining stars
Y para tener dos
from
estrellas
a nice crowd
brillantes
of 13 shining stars. So
de
we'll
un
do our best
promedio
to
de
have
13 que tenemos.
the very best GRPS has
Son
to
de los
offer as members
mejores
of this
que
Board
puede
of Education.
ofrecer la Escuela
Thank you.
Pública de Grand
And thank the
Rapids.
principals as well.
Y
Absolutely.
los
Absolutely.
directores toman mucho,
We're good to go.
una
Great.
parte grande en esto.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Doing a great job.
And if anyone would like to assist, please let me know.
En lo que podamos asistir, por
you.
favor, déjenos saber. Muchas
Public
gracias.
comment, Mr. Ross, do we have any cards for agenda item public
Ahora
comment?
vamos a los artículos de la agenda.
One for Mr. Paul Helder.
Mr. Helder?
Aquí tenemos al representante.
Not quite skinny enough to have those arms in like that.
Tengo que rebajar un
How are you,
poquito
Valencia?
más.
Good.
Está bien.
Thank you.
Gracias.
I will keep this relatively short. I just
Yo
want to
voy a
set the
mantener
record
esto
straight on a
corto y
couple of
breve.
things. Most pressing, one of
Le
the issues
voy a dar la
which
preferencia a
you're
uno de
looking at
los
tonight, which
artículos,
is the charter reauthorization.
que es la
for Grand Rapids
reorganización
Child
del
Discovery
charter.
Center. There are some folks who think that
Hay
because
algunas personas que
we
piensan que,
ended up having to file a grievance over some actions
que no
taken
van a poner
by the
una
former
queja sobre
administrator
estos
there,
artículos
that we might be in opposition to
y
this.
que tal vez estemos
I want to be
opuestos
clear,
en esto.
we're not.
Quiero
We are
hacerlo
in
claro,
fact
no estamos
speaking,
opuestos.
or I'm speaking anyway,
Yo estoy
on
hablando
behalf of MEA,
como padre,
in
en
support
parte
of
de
this
ello,
particular
apoyamos
reauthorization.
la autorización
Child
de la
Discovery Center, for the most
reorganización.
part, up until the recent actions, has been a good actor and
Esto ha sido un buen
a
actor en
decent
este
partner,
proceso.
at least
Es
in our opinion.
inteligente.
So
Es
that's
confiado.
the first thing I wanted to say.
Esa es la primera
Also,
cosa que
there's
quiero decir.
just to set the record straight for
También
the
para
folks in the
aclarar
room
el
here.
récord.
There seems to be a little confusion about
Debe haber un
what it is
poquito
I'm
de
doing now.
confusión en cuanto a
Okay.
qué es lo que nos toca
Um,
debatir.
And let me just say thank you to those of you
Solamente quiero decir
who
gracias a
texted
las
or called
personas que están
and,
acá
you know, said
involucrados
congratulations and things like
en
that.
esta
That was nice. It wasn't
transformación,
necessary, but it was
reorganización.
nice. I have resigned as the Grand Rapids Education Association president,
Yo he
and
renunciado
therefore also as a GRPS
a mi
employee.
puesto.
That doesn't mean I'm moving
No
or
soy
going away
empleado.
or doing
Esto
any
no
of this other
significa
stuff,
que me estoy
because
moviendo
the
a otro
reason I
lugar.
resigned that position is
Voy a
MEA,
dejar la
the Michigan
posición
Education
vacante.
Association, offered me a job through the state
Me ofrecieron un trabajo a través del Estado.
and asked if I would consider
Me
taking on
pidieron
a
que si yo
position
podía considerar tomar esta
working not just with
posición
GREA but also with a number of other
y para
unions
trabajar
in
con otras
Grand
agencias
Rapids.
también.
And I accepted that
Y
position.
yo acepté
Can't
esta
work in
invitación.
both places. So
Así
that's
que
what's going on with that.
Eso es lo
with
que está
me.
pasando con esto.
My successor at this
Mi
point
sucesor en este
is Mary
momento
Bowens,
es Mary
and
Bowens.
she's here in the audience
Y
too.
ella
And I
está
know
aquí en
she's
la
going to
audiencia.
speak to you a little bit later tonight.
Y luego
But,
más tarde
you know,
pueden
again,
oír
I
de
wanted to
ella.
thank everybody just for
Quiero
the
darle las
kind
gracias a
words
todos
and to make sure that everybody here understands that we're in
asegurarme de que
support
todos
of
aquí
the
entiendan.
reauthorization. Thank you.
Gracias. Felicitaciones.
Next on the agenda are
Lo próximo en la
reports,
agenda,
Secretary's
apoyo.
report.
El secretario, reporte del
Just
secretario.
my
perdón.
colleagues on the board, you guys are probably aware because
Aquí
some of
estamos.
us and other cabinet level staff are serving as table captains at the Student Advancement Fundraising Luncheon. And again, that is on October 22nd at 11 a.m. at the Kroc Center. So I'm sure
Va a haber una reunión
we've
en
all
el
had
Centro
some
Kroc.
communication with someone about it. Also, for the general public, though,
También para el
we're
público en
getting ready to
general.
purge our special education files.
Va a
So
haber unos
any
archivos de la
students who
educación.
are former GRPS students or
Estudiantes que
born before
participaron en la escuela
1984
pública
or 84 or
de
before,
GRPS antes del año
your record
84
is going to be purged during the month of November.
van a ser parte
And
de
if
este
you would like
programa.
your file, the special ed portion that
buscar
is,
tus archivos.
just contact Ms. Pena, Ms. Sandra Pena, PENAS@grps.org, or give her a call at
Llámale a ella
819-2185.
1-809.
Transcripts and other
Para
academic records
sus
will still be held, but the special ed
récord de
portion in
notas.
particular is going to be purged in the month of November. Other than that,
No hay más nada de eso.
Thank you,
Después de
Mr.
eso.
Ross.
Gracias.
Next on the agenda is the
Próximo
superintendent's
en la
report.
agenda.
Ms. Evans.
Yes, Dr. Falk, our report is actually a
Nuestro
celebration.
reporte es actualmente una
I'm going to
celebración.
ask John Helmholtz to come forward
Vamos a ver a
with
John
our
Helmholtz que venga hacia
enrollment
adelante.
report.
Well, thank you very much,
Muchísimas
Mrs. Evans,
gracias.
President Fall, members of the board. It is
Presidente,
with
miembro
great
del
pleasure that I
consejo, con gran
continue to
placer que yo
echo
continúo
the news that we
haciendo
put
eco
out
de la
on the day
noticia
of Count Day last week.
de la
We had the
semana
single best
pasada.
count day in more than 2 decades.
El mejor día en más de 2 décadas.
As we indicated, and this is
Como ha
coming off
indicado,
the transformation plan where
esta es la
when Superintendent Neal
transformación,
introduced
cuando
it
la
and you all
superintendente
unanimously
Neal
approved it,
introdujo,
it was a very
ustedes
different plan. It
aprobaron
wasn't just
un
about
plan
cuts and closures. It was
diferente.
about reinvesting for
Fue para
growth and stability.
reinvertir.
And so we've
Así
really, these
que,
last year and a half, this was
en el
actually the
año y
first
medio,
school year in almost
que
2
fue la
decades we didn't
primer
close a
año
single
escolar.
school. So that churn that you've heard talked about,
Así que
that's
esa
coming to a
mezcolanza
close
que
and
ustedes
stability is
escucharon
settling in. And we believe that
ahora
that,
mismo se está
coupled with a very
condensando,
strong and aggressive
ha
student
sido
retention
muy
recruitment
fuerte, muy
campaign,
agresivo,
one that was district-wide, one
una
that
que
felt
fue a nivel de
district-wide for the
distrito.
first time in a while, And I think that speaks a
Y me
lot to
parece que eso
even
habla
what
mucho
happened out of the Deltaplex, where there were words that talked
del
about coming together
Deltaplex
as a
y
family
trabajo que
again.
hicieron
And I
trabajando
think that
con
our staff
nosotros.
can see it and feel it,
Y
and,
nuestro
and our
personal.
stakeholders. And these numbers show it,
Estos
that when we
números lo
come together
demuestran. Que
internally,
cuando nos
externally, what can
juntamos
we
y
do? And we can
trabajamos a
move
una meta
numbers,
común,
both
que
academically
podemos
as well
lograr
as from an
tanto
enrollment standpoint.
académicamente.
And I am proud to say that
Estoy
for over a
orgulloso de
week, we have
mencionar que por más de
consistently
una
held it
semana
within 23 students of breaking zero.
Right.
hemos mantenido un
And that's
nivel de
new news.
23
We said
alumnos.
on our release last week,
Y esto
under
lo hicimos
100,
la
and we're
semana
still
pasada,
sticking with
lo
that,
dijimos.
Monica Scott.
Pero los datos físicos de eso.
But it's out the box, and Teresa said that she's come, now I want to put that with a caveat. These are
Yo quiero
preliminary.
poner esto
We have
para
30
que
days to
entiendan,
collect
son
this
30
information.
días
These numbers
con
do
esta
shift,
información para
but
colectar
for a
esta
week
información
now,
pueden
since count
cambiar,
day, this number
pero
has
por una
stayed
semana
almost the same.
ese número se ha
We're
mantenido
up
casi igual.
420 on general ed, we're
420
down 43
en
in
educación
special ed,
general, 43
and so our
en
projected
educación
blended FTE
general.
count, this is not head count, this is blended
Esto no
FTE,
es
is what your budget's
contado por
based on.
mesa, es
You do the
basado,
math, and right now, we're 23
hacer la
short of breaking
matemática ahora
zero.
mismo.
So
Así
that's the
que
good news.
esa
I
es la
will
buena noticia.
share that, and
Quiero
some of you have heard
compartir
some
eso
rumblings,
con
but
ustedes.
we intend to double down on our student retention
Nosotros
recruitment
vamos a
campaign, and you ain't seen
hacer
nothing yet.
gran esfuerzo.
All right.
Muy bien.
Any questions? Sorry. On that note,
Questions for Mr. Hemholt?
No questions. I mean, the obvious.
Es lo obvio, ¿no?
I mean, feels like the promised land is in sight.
Eso
I mean,
fue
this
como
is
la tierra
amazing.
prometida, todo salió tan bien.
Obviously, we've all on the
Obviamente,
board, I think, thought for a long time that our
hemos sido
number one
exitosos, hemos
long-term
buscado este
structural
éxito,
challenge has been
así
to
que hemos
convince people
sobrepasado
to
todas
trust
las
them with their children and
barreras.
to prove that we've got a great school system.
Y el
And
grupo
at
está
the
muy
end of the day,
agradecido.
having those parents vote to send their kids to
Y
our
los
schools
padres
is incredibly
enfocándose en el
gratifying.
cuidado de la educación de sus hijos.
So thank you to all the teachers.
Así que gracias a todos.
Yeah.
They're not coming because of us.
No van a venir por
Yeah,
nosotros,
I
sino
just want to
por
say a
ustedes.
thank you to
Sí, yo
everybody who's
solamente
been
quiero
involved
decir
in
eso.
this effort,
Muchísimas
from
gracias.
teachers in the classrooms and the principals to you, Mr.
Las
Hemholt, and
maestras,
everybody
ustedes
who's been
como
involved.
padres, el
It's-
director, todo,
You can feel culture
dependen.
change. That's fantastic.
todo han contribuido, es
If I can
fantástico.
just echo that, I talked to a parent
Solamente
today
quiero hacer eco de
who's
eso, hablé con
homeless,
un padre hoy día,
and she managed to send
Y
her
ella
kids to school on count day.
mandó a
And
sus
she was
hijos
saying that
a la
if
escuela.
I'm homeless and I can send my kids, then
Y dice ella, si yo estoy sin
everyone
hogar,
else
yo
can.
puedo
So
enviar a
that's-
mi niño a la
that's the
escuela,
pride that's
cualquiera lo
in
puede
our
hacer.
parents too, so interesting.
Congratulations.
great, thank you.
Thank you.
Gracias.
We have one more, John Helmholt,
Uno más.
Harlem Globetrotter Award.
Carlos
You know what?
Wolfram.
I mentioned-
Sí, disculpe,
I meant to
I
say
didn't know
that.
you were in the Harlem
No,
Globe.
I forgot.
no sabía que era usted,
Well, and
Carlos.
one of the other things,
Bueno,
so
otra de
just
mi
a
otra
few
cara.
days, well, it actually dates
Hace
back
unos
to last
días,
spring, where our friends
bueno,
at SMG who manage the arena
primavera
and the
pasada,
convention center had reached out to us
estábamos allá
and said,
en
we've got the
el
Harlem
centro,
Globetrotters coming, and,
Tenemos
we'd
algunas
love to bring them to a
retenciones.
school.
Nos gustaría
How
traerlo
might
a
you
la
go about
escuela
picking a school to do that? And so
para
we said, well,
cómo
we're doing
qué
this
escuela
great student
escogemos
retention
para eso.
recruitment campaign, and we also have this
Hicimos
attendance
una
challenge.
campaña.
And so a few days
Tenemos otro
before the count day, we put
Eso,
out to
unos
the
días antes
system
del
that
día de
the Harlem
contar los
Globetrotters will visit the school with the highest attendance.
Nice.
And,
Visitamos la escuela que
we
tenía la
started with our
asistencia
neighborhood
mayor.
schools. And actually, even compared to the themes, neighborhood school, Cesar E. Chavez had a near perfect 99 point something. So they were selected. C.A. Frost was a few short points behind them, so we've actually asked to see if the Harlem Globetrotters will do both. And they do a little assembly, and they put on a little show, and they talk about anti-bullying, and it's a nice little, so yeah, that's, and actually, there were a number of schools that were in those high 90s percentile in attendance, and so I think you had a good push. Our count day has always been successful, and I think this is just one little bonus that came along with it.
Hey, Mr. Helmo, are the board members invited to this?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Only those who haven't missed any board meetings.
Los que hayan perdido unos cuantos juegos.
I guess Wendy won't be coming, Wilson.
Deberían de
Hey, you let us know. They won't be here until January, so the actual assembly won't happen until early to
no va a
mid-January.
pasar antes de
He's here today.
enero,
So,
primera parte de
yeah.
enero.
That's it.
Thanks to our friends at
Gracias,
SMG
señor.
for thinking of
También
us.
Yeah, that was a
SMG
really
por
nice
pensar
touch
en
on their
nosotros.
part.
Great community partners.
Son buenas asociaciones.
Next on our agenda is the only action item, and that is approval of the contract with the Child Discovery Center. Before I ask for a motion, I see if Ms. Pitts can come up and give us a little bit of context and background and answer any questions board members may have regarding the contract.
Good evening, Dr. Fall, board members, Mrs. Evans. So the process that we went through when you first approved the initial contract was that we would submit all the documents to the state Department of Education, and then they would give us feedback. So they did that, and I worked with Mr. Robinson and his board chair, along with our staff, to really respond to their questions. So as you will see, you did receive a red line version of the contract, but just briefly, I'll go over the most, the salient points, and they were really only 7 points. First, we included that the academy would provide to the school board a copy of their annual report that gave their student achievement data, so that you all will receive that annually. The most important revision that we made was on the school goals, the academic goals. Initially, we had a very general achievement levels. Now, as a result of some conversation and really looking at what the state guidelines required, came up with specific goals in reading and math. And the reading goal would be 75% of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades will demonstrate a proficiency in reading by the end of the June the 5th of 2017, or that's, testing. And then the math goal will be 63% of the students will demonstrate proficiency in math by that same time. Then the next one we added, they wanted us to add a provision that any leases or equipment or deeds that the charter school would enter into would be on their transparency report, so that there would be full transparency about what they were doing with their money. We added a provision that the academy, if they offered an online or distance learning, that they would have to provide a monthly report to the Department of Education outlining the students' attendance. They have not planned to do that right now, but if they did, and the state just wanted that in there as a provision. Next is that they would report and submit to our board copies of the assessments done by the students and the outcomes assessments. So one of the first things, that first report that we talked about, the annual report, they're required to maintain their licensure as a state not-for-profit, and so they would have to
permanecer sin fines de lucro.
The next one was they wanted us to add
Querían agregar
in our grounds for revocation that
en las razones por revocaciones tendría que revocar el charter por el Estado. Es una provisión añadida. El final querían añadir una provisión de reconstituir las escuelas. Realmente no querían, si habría una brecha, que la escuela lo haga en el acto del contrato. Querían reconstituir poniendo una directiva nueva y quitando la directiva existente y poniendo una directiva nueva en un contacto que, mirando algunas maneras de si fuese operando, que habrá una consideración al respecto. En añadidura, otras
a list of some teachers that were teaching in some
los
other
maestros
exhibits. Those were the major.
Son las cosas mayores.
Thank you. Questions for Ms. Pitt?
¿Algunas preguntas para la señora?
So if you approve this tonight, then we will submit it along with the other documents and hopefully get something back from the state saying it's all right. But they did tell us that we could continue operating during this process, and they didn't have any concern about that.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Do I have a motion for approval of the contract with the Child Discovery Center?
Del Centro de Descubrimiento para Niños. Apoyo.
Any discussion or
¿Alguna plática
deliberation?
o deliberación?
Seeing none, Mr. Ross, can you
Ninguno.
take the vote?
Señor Ross,
Pastor
puede
Moody.
Yes.
tomar el voto.
Reverend Matias.
Votación.
Yes.
Mr. LeGrand.
Señor Legrand.
Ms. Slade.
Yes.
Ms. Slade,
Mr.
sí.
Ross, yes.
Señor
Dr.
Ross, sí.
Randalls.
Dr.
Yes.
Randalls, sí.
Mr. O'Connor.
Señor
Yes.
O'Connor, sí.
President Faulk.
Yes.
Presidenta Flaut, sí.
And action item passes 8-0.
El próximo artículo
Thank
se
you. Next
aprueba
on the
8-0.
agenda is the consent
Entonces, lo que
agenda
sigue
grouping.
en
Do I
la
have a
agenda
motion
es
for approval?
So moved.
consentimiento de
Support for that?
aprobación de la agenda. Apoyo.
You are ready, Mr. Ross?
¿Estamos listos, señor
The
Ross?
support was from whom?
Ms. Slade.
Thank you. Pastor Moody.
Yes.
Reverend Matias.
Reverendo
Yes.
Díaz,
Mr.
sí.
LeGrand.
Señor Legrand, sí.
Ms. Slade.
Señor
Yes.
Slade.
Mr. Ross, yes.
Señor Ross,
Dr.
sí.
Randalls.
Dr. Randalls,
Mr.
sí.
O'Connor.
Yes.
Señor O'Connor, sí.
President Faulk.
Yes.
Presidenta Flaut, sí.
Consent agenda passes 8-0.
La agenda de consentimiento
We have
se
no
aprueba
discussion
8-0.
items.
No tenemos
We
puntos en la
have
agenda de
a
a
card
discutir.
for
Yes.
public comment.
Ms. Mary
Tarjeta de
Bowhouse.
comentario público.
Bowen, excuse me.
Señor
Ms. Bowen.
Bowens.
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 Cowens, señor Cowens.
Let's get the name right.
Thank
Que
you.
decir su nombre, obviamente.
Go. Welcome.
Eleanor Roosevelt said you're supposed to
Me
do something
preguntas.
every day.
Se supone que hay una cosa cada día. Ya he ido al dentista hoy. Y quiero avisarles,
Madam Chair, school board members,
señora
and
presidenta, miembros de la
I'm Mary Bounce,
directiva,
President Pro Tem of
el
GREA,
presidente pro tem de GRA
Chair of the
y también la presidenta de Consejo de Coordinación.
and I'm married to a 30-year
Me casé con un jubilado de 30 años,
parents who
pero
each
comenzó
taught
con mis
30
padres,
years for
que
the
los,
Oh,
cada
wow.
quien tenía 30 años
we
en
got
las
120
escuelas, así que
years.
tenemos más de 120 años juntos.
I commend the superintendent for
Y yo elogio al presidente que por contratar personal, porque necesitamos perfeccionar los empleados en el trabajo en Grand Rapids. Y estoy segura que estamos a punto de hacerlo. Y también me emociono por la asistencia de las estudiantes, como la directora. Estoy orgullosa de decir que los maestros, secretarias y consejeros en este distrito lo ha hecho posible. El talento es una razón por la cual debe quedarse.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Ms. Evans.
No comments.
¿Comentarios?
Mr. Ross.
Señor Ross.
Yes, I have a comment.
Sí,
I
tengo
just
un
want to
comentario.
a statement and it's a comment.
I
I just wanted to say that on Friday I attended the Union High School football game.
La secundaria
And
asistí a un partido de
the
fútbol.
perception that I received was that the morale was pretty low. The attendance was very low.
Era bajo,
And one
la
of the things that
asistencia
entered
bajo,
into my mind is
el
that
entusiasmo bajo.
whatever
Una
happened to
cosa que
the
pasa
school
por mi
spirit.
mente, sea lo que sea,
And I guess
pasa
my
en
concern is
la
that
experiencia.
we used to hear the high school
Antes
football songs
escuchábamos
sung,
las canciones de
and I don't
de
think
los
that's
equipos
happening
de
anymore in our
fútbol.
high schools.
Creo que no está pasando.
I want to push Union a little
Yo
bit
quiero
because when I
impulsarles
saw that,
el
my
ánimo
heart was
un
kind of
poquito.
broken.
Yo sé que
They
su
played as
ánimo estaba
hard as they
quebrantado.
could, even though they've been losing.
Jugaron
But
duro,
sometimes
pero
when you
no.
lose, you win.
A veces cuando
And you
uno
win in terms
pierde,
that if
se
we
gana.
could figure out a way how we can help
Podemos-
Union
necesitamos
get their
averiguar
spirit
una manera de que
they
Union
need a
consiga
lot
el ánimo,
of
porque
work.
necesitan mucho
Their
trabajo.
equipment room, their
El
athletic room
cuarto
is
de
at an all-time low.
atletismo y
And I'm appealing to all of the
equipaje.
former Union High School students that once attended
todos
Union,
los
graduated,
estudiantes
who
de
are
Union,
probably doing well, to
una
step
vez que
into
se
Union
reciben,
and see what
siguen
you
bien.
can do to help the athletic department
Vamos a
and
ver
to
qué
help their
pueden
weight
hacer
room.
para
I
ayudar
attended
el
Union High
programa del
School years ago in the 70s. I played football there.
Jugando
However, I
fútbol ahí.
graduated from another school in my senior
Me
year,
gradué de
but I
otra
still have a
escuela
heart
en
for
mi
Union,
último
and
año.
it just broke my heart.
Y me
So I'm
partió
asking, are
el
we,
corazón.
as parents,
Como
really
padres,
making a real effort to
estamos
participate
esforzándonos
in the athletics of our kids?
y el
Academic is
atletismo
very
de nuestros
important,
niños es muy
but I believe
importante.
if a kid is
para
able
los
to
niños.
perform on the field or soccer or
Poder
baseball,
rendir
he or she should
en
do
el
well in
campo.
class, if they have the
Él o
proper
ella debe
equipment.
llegar a la
So I'm
clase.
making a plea
Así
for
que
Union
estoy-
High School,
Estoy pidiendo que
especially for
Union High School,
parents,
la escuela
to come out
secundaria,
and
que
participate
los
with your
padres
children
vengan
as they are
y
involved in
participen
sports.
en las vidas
Also making a plea for
deportivas de sus
teachers
hijos.
to
También los
also be
maestros
active in
también,
what's going on in the school.
que sabiendo
It used
qué
to be
está
a time
pasando en la
that the
escuela,
principals would
es
get
un buen
on the
momento que los directores
intercom and push for
salgan en el altavoz,
a
impulsen
day of
un día
support
de
or
apoyo
football rallies,
para
and I don't think we do that anymore.
porristas de fútbol.
Maybe I'm
Creo que
wrong,
no, pero tal vez
but I have
me
not seen
equivoque,
it
pero
in the past.
lo he visto anteriormente.
So that's my comment tonight.
Es muy
Don't
comentario
forget Union High
esta
School.
noche.
We're doing a lot to
En
push
Union High
Ottawa,
School,
but
en la
let's
secundaria
not
Union,
forget
estamos
Union High
haciendo
School.
mucho.
Thank you, Pastor Mooney. Reverend
Pastor Moon,
Matias.
Reverendo Matías,
No comment.
no hay comentario.
Mr. LeGrand?
El señor
Well,
Legrand.
you all know I'm a quick read.
Todos
I
estamos
took
de
a look
acuerdo.
at the fifth, third curriculum.
El
I
currículum
scanned
de
it.
quinto, tercero.
It's a good place to start, I think.
buen lugar
If we're
por
really going
comenzar.
to do a good job of taking this need seriously for these
trabajo que
students, we probably ought to be engaged on
Que los niños se
reviewing
involucren
this curriculum and maybe
en el
fine tuning
currículum,
it. In
las cosas.
consultation with fifth, third, I'm sure
Y la
they'd be open to that.
consultación de
I'm
quinto,
really
tercero.
glad that
Estoy
that
seguro
they
que
came and talked to us today. I'm really glad to see
vinieron
that they
la
are planning on
semana pasada y están
increasing this program. I think it'd be
planificando
great
inscribir
if we
más
could harness all the banks in town to actually get some financial
para
literacy into the
hacer
schools,
guarniciones
because
de talento
actual financial literacy is a huge deal
alfabetismo de
for long-term success for these students.
es
So
grandote para
I
los
think
niños,
every
los
kid ought to
estudiantes.
get taught how to make a budget and know how to balance a
Y hablando
checkbook.
del
Basic
presupuesto y
things that
cómo
maybe their parents
hacer
don't know how to
balance de
teach them.
su
I know my
chequero.
wife never got taught by her parents.
Nunca
So
le
I'm
enseñaron
really glad that Fifth
sus
Third's
padres,
involved in
así que
this,
me agrada mucho
and I hope we can
esto.
expand it, and I hope we can
Creo
work. I mean,
que
it's a great
podemos
example of
sostenerlo y
cooperative work with a
seguir
community
trabajando en
partner that's
comunidad,
maybe better set
en
up to do this
asociaciones,
stuff than we are, but
y haciendo cosas,
if we
mejores
can do it
cosas que
together, I think
nosotros, pero lo
it's a great
hagamos
opportunity
juntos.
for us
Es
to
buena oportunidad para nosotros
improve our trajectory
a
for our
mejorar
students.
nuestra trayectoria.
Dr. Randalls?
Dr. Randalls.
I just want to congratulate everyone
Yo quiero
again on
felicitar
the
a todos.
count. I think that is so awesome.
Es claro que es
And
impresionante
it does reflect really well on the teachers and staff.
que los maestros y personal
And I think helps in terms of teacher
creo
retention
que ayuda
with
a la
these
atención
numbers
de los
and
maestros
bonus situations. So that's
en
fantastic.
una situación.
And I did want to make one
Yo
comment about,
quería hacer un comentario de
I
que
was at a swim meet this
estuve
weekend
en una
at the
competencia de
Ottawa Hills
natación.
Invitational. And I think it was OK Rainbow Conference, sort of a meet,
conferencia
everyone was
Rainbow.
there. And
Y
Union
estuvieron
there
ahí, y
was
la
well represented
Union ahí
and
muy
actually
competidora.
performed very well.
Y
So I
rindieron
don't want
muy
everyone
bien.
to think, although I
Yo
think
no
it's
quiero que
great
todos
to
piensen que
point
no sé,
out
aunque yo quiero
where
señalar que
team spirit is lacking,
el
but
ánimo
at
del
least
equipo
there are some
falta,
areas
pero
where their performance is really
pero rendimientos
doing well.
sí están haciendo bien.
Mr. O'Connor? Ms. Slade?
Just want
to welcome
Mary Bounds
to
your new role with us and look forward
De 2 años.
Did you hire her, Mom?
¿Le contrataron ustedes? Mi esposa, sí, trabajaba.
Coincidentally, just so happened, her husband
Así pasa. El esposo y ABC.
I want to reiterate that it was
Yo quiero
impressive to hear
reiterar que
your family history
impresionante
with
escuchar la historia de su
GRPS.
familia en GRPS.
The longer I'm a parent, the longer I'm the board, I
Entre más
really
soy
feel that we
madre
are
y miembro de la
GRPS, and
directiva,
especially
me
with this
siento
count
más
day,
como
it just, it
GRPS,
feels like
y
we
el
are all a
comentario que
team, and it's
nos
wonderful to
sentimos
have
en
someone
equipo
with
y
your
es
history
maravilloso escuchar la
representing the
historia
teachers.
representando
I
a los
also want
maestros.
to
También yo
point
quiero
out that
que
tomorrow
señalar que
is, I'm
mañana
looking forward to the parent engagement
espero
kickoff
ganancias
at
la
Ottawa
reunión
Hills
de
High
los
School.
padres en la
That's a
secundaria
fantastic event.
es un
Speaking of
acontecimiento
parent
fantástico.
engagement, so I'm looking forward to that. You had something?
Espero
I just want to
ganancias
jump
esto.
back in, actually, and give Union a shout out because their soccer team is in first place in their
Quiero,
division.
quiero
All right.
mandarles un saludo
Thank you,
de
Mr.
que
Ross, for
su
that,
equipo
and
de
meeting
fútbol
adjourned.
está en primer lugar y se da por terminada la junta.